is Tracy from Gift Basket Appeal, and today we're going to be creating a lovely gift basket. We're going to take all of these items and we're going to turn it into this. So let's get started. This is going to be a fairly large basket, and many of you have asked where I get the baskets from. I usually go to Goodwill or thrifting, and this basket was about $3. I don't remember ever paying over $3 for a gift basket. So that's a good bargain if you're going to be making lots of gift baskets. Go and hit up those thrift stores and Goodwill. I do want my items to come over the top of the basket, so I want this to have some height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my plastic bags and put them into the basket. And this is a good way to recycle what you already have. And if you want, you can use shred, but I decided that I want to use plastic bags. And these will not show because we're going to camouflage them. Okay, so now that I have this up enough above the basket, I'm going to take some of this gold tissue paper and I'm going to put it around the top. And I'm just going to lay it on here, but actually I'm going to turn it over because I want this part to be the sparkly side. I want this to be showing on the outside. And then I'm going to take more of the tissue and I'm going to flip it over and put it on the other side. A nice sparkly side. It just adds to the fullness of the basket also. I did get this really pretty towel that's coffee inspired, and this is actually a host and hostess basket for the holidays. So with all those parties and dinners that you'll be going to, this is a nice way to give something really beautiful for the host and hostess. So I'm just going to drape this right here because I want it to kind of hang over the side there. Now we're going to go ahead and put our products in. And I got a lot of nice things, so I'm really super excited about this basket. And I may have to kind of pull everything out, put it back in until I get it the way I want. So normally I try to do the larger products. So let's see, this Brownie Brittle I'm going to put as my centerpiece. Okay, so I'm trying to keep everything kind of below this area right here. Because this is a basket with a handle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fold this up a little bit more here. And that way it can still drape. Put my Brownie Brittle right here. And then I'm going to add my 2 cups in. And you see that already fell over, so I'm going to still have to kind of keep readjusting everything. Put one of my cups right here. And these cups are so cute. It's so much fun. I'm just going to turn this around. And I'm going to put in my macadamia nut cookie mix because they love to bake also during the holidays. I got some coffee creamer because they are coffee drinkers. They are tea drinkers as well. So it's always good when you actually know the people that you're doing this for. And I think I'm going to use this maybe right here, but I could change that out. Let's see, stick that in right here. And I've got some, this is one of my favorite. I can never actually pronounce this right. Ferrero Rocher, something like that. And I'm going to put it right over here. I do want that to be a focal point. Now, here's the thing. I've still got my hot chocolate to put in. And I've still got some chocolate kisses to put in also. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to pour some into my cup. I'll put some in here too. And it's okay if it's falling over the side. You just have fun with when you're making these baskets. Now I've got that hot chocolate to put in there. I think I might have to fit it in right here. And I'm going to put my, oops, you see, that's already falling apart there. Let's see. I'll put this here maybe, let's see. Sit that up there. Or I can put this in here and put this right in the side here. Let's see if this will work. Nope, so let's see. Maybe do some readjusting. Okay, so remember I was telling you you have to readjust things sometimes. So I'm going to take this out for a moment and I'm going to move my cups together. However, before I do that, I'm going to take some tissue and put it like right in between there. And I'm going to move these together a little bit, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my tea and just kind of sit it right here. I'll take this and put it here. And now I'm going to take my hot chocolate and let's see if I can slip it in there. I can slip that in there. Or what I could do is put my hot chocolate there. And now I have enough room, I believe, on the side to put in my Bengal spice. See, these baskets don't come together like on the first try. You gotta kind of adjust, and I think that's one of the fun things about doing a basket, is you just have to readjust. And now once I have this the way I want, it's time to wrap it up. Okay, before I wrap this up, I'm going to add some sparkly stuff to it. And I had gotten this at the Dollar Tree, and I knew it would come in handy at some point. So you have to just take a look at your basket sometimes and see if there's something else that it needs. And for me, I think it just needs some sparkle. This is actually curly bows, and so I'm just going to pull it apart and just use them individually. Just kind of spread them out. The nice thing is that you don't have to do much with them. You can just spread them out throughout your basket. Okay, so once you're happy with the way your basket looks, and feel free to go ahead and readjust if you need to, but once you're really satisfied with the way it looks, it's time to wrap it up. We're going to be wrapping it up with the clear cellophane, and I like to use clear instead of the colored cellophane, only because I want you to see everything that's inside of the basket. Or I like to give a gift where you can see everything inside of it. I just feel like it makes a bigger statement. And so in order to do this, I'm going to measure it out. And this is actually a large amount of cellophane because I'm going to be making a lot of baskets. But if you want to, if you're doing a few baskets, you can get it from Dollar Tree as well. This one came from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I believe. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out my cellophane. And then I'm going to take my basket and put it where I want it so that I can bring my cellophane over the top before cutting. Okay, so what you want to do is have this cellophane come over the top enough so that you can actually pull it together and wrap it up. And I've done this in other videos, but I figure I just go ahead and keep it in there so you can see the whole process. And so I want it to come about maybe 10 inches over the top, and that way I'll have a nice, the cellophane can fan out when I cut it down. And so I'm just going to readjust just a little bit more. You got to be careful when you're using this cellophane. Going to come over the top. I'm just moving it back so I have more over the top. And if you think it's too long over the top, you could always cut it down. Okay, so I'm going to let this front part just kind of fall while I go ahead and cut my cellophane. And be very careful because cellophane is extremely delicate and it could actually start to just fray all over and rip and tear in all kinds of directions. So just want to be careful, take your time with this process. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and tie my cellophane over the top, and I'm going to use some of this gold bow kind of wire. It's a real flexible wire and it ties real good, so I'm going to use that because it matches the colors. I'm going to leave enough length on it because I want to attach it. I want to attach something to it at the end. Okay, so now we're going to wrap this all the way up. We're going to take the back part of the cellophane and put it up against the front. We have a handle right here, so you want to make sure that this meets the handle. So just carefully, you're taking this cellophane and you're pulling everything to the middle. You're carefully taking your cellophane, pulling it right to the middle. And you want everything to be nice and tight on there. So it just makes it look better and much more polished when you're putting your basket together. Now notice, on this basket, which is different from some of my others, I'm going to leave this part open. The open part is going to allow me to put something in here, just to give it a kind of a 3D effect. Okay, I'm going to just still neatening this up. It may look kind of raggedy right now. I don't know how else to describe it, but you're just still pulling this up over the top. Just making sure that everything is nice and tight. Don't worry about this right now. We're going to cut it down. Just want to make sure that this part is open for now because I'm going to do something with it. Okay, and then you're going to just get your tie. And you're going to tie it as close to the handle as possible. That is the key to keeping everything tight. So I'm just pinching it right here. It's okay that this looks like this. I'm going to go back and neaten that up. And so this is probably one of the most challenging parts, is tying it with one hand. Okay, I'm just pulling this. I'm going to just tie it up. So I'm right on that handle. And I'm going to tie it again, just to secure it. Once you make that first tie, it gets a lot easier. Okay, and it's pretty secure. Now we're going to cut down this fan over here. Okay, so now it's time for the fun part. Adding that thing that takes your basket to the next level, which of course is the bow. Okay, so these bows are going to be attached. I always like to add bows to the front and the back of the basket so you really can't tell which is which. These were the inspiration behind this basket. I knew that I wanted these bows to be part of my holiday basket. And so if you want to see how I made these bows, I will post the video link below so that you can learn how to make these fabulous bows. Okay, with the bow I have this this gold string on it, and so that allows me to attach it to my basket. So all I'm going to do is take the bow and use that string, and I'm going to put it right at the base of my fan. And I'm going to bring it around, and I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot. And it's okay if the bow is not neat right now. I'm going to go back and neaten it up. So I'm going to tie once to secure that on there. And then I'm going to tie it again. So you want to make sure you leave enough of this wire on here so that you can secure it around that base. And that's good. Okay, so this is pretty much on there. Now it's time to put the other bow on. This bow is just a little bit larger than the other one. And what I'm going to do is using that wire again to keep it nice and secure. I'm going to add it right here. I'm taking my string, or I should say ribbon wire, and I'm pulling it below that other bow in the front. And I'm just tying it right below there. And it's okay to move your ribbon, the other ribbon, and I'm going to tie another knot going right below. And I can actually end up cutting off all of these if I want to. Just tying it on once and tie it on one more time, just to make sure it's secure over there. So you're just pulling it real tight because you want it to be right up against that base. Okay, so now I'm going to take a look at it and kind of neaten up, go back and neaten up my bows here. And that's the beauty of the wired ribbon, is that you can just go back and neaten it up and it'll keep its shape. Okay, You can neaten up your fan also as you go along. But I just can't see myself making a basket without decorating the front and the back, whichever one they choose. They'll never know, actually. But you want your basket to be so nice that they're not even going to want to open it. Okay, so in the spirit of the holiday, it's all about love. And so I decided to attach an ornament so they can hang this ornament on their tree. And so I'm using the same wire to attach this. And it does have its own little thing that you can use if you wanted to have it dangle from there, but I'm going to use the actual hook that they have right there. And I'm going to just attach it. I'm going to pull it up. And I do want them to be able to see that a little bit. So I'm going to just tie this on. I'm just pulling it up as far as I want it to be. Look how pretty that is. All of that going with that gold. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to tie a wire because they could always cut this off. I'm just putting a knot there. And I'm going to cut this off. Make it even shorter. You really can't see that. Now I could stop right here, but I do want to add something else just to take this to another level. I left this part open, and so I'm going to put a stuffed animal kind of dangling out of here, and it'll rest right on this cellophane. Okay, so all I'm going to do is, while this is open like this, I've got this cute little stuffed animal that I'm going to take and kind of sit him right in here. And that'll have him dangling out of the basket. Just kind of resting right in there. And that just kind of adds to your basket. Now if you want, you could either do him sideways as well. Have one leg in here. Because you're just resting him right on your cellophane. So I can put one of the legs right in here, where my handle is, and have him kind of dangling, like just resting in there also. That's another way to do it. And then I could take some of the string, and there's a little area on his scarf that I could take and kind of just tie it right in with the ribbon so it stays secure. But I like it kind of sitting right on the outside, like right here. Just showing you other possibilities. And how cute is that? I think they would love, love, love this basket. Okay, so our holiday basket is all done, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I'm going to just give it a spin so you can see what it looks like. Happy holidays to all of you. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video. Thanks for joining me. Bye.